Well, I remembered when they told us about the cancer and how aggressive it was, that I thought, there's no greater gift to give than your life for another. And I was willing to give Jake his life and give up my life for him because he was my child, so. Every family has a dream, and our dream was coming true. Our daughter Sarah Rose had just celebrated her first birthday. Shaq had just got a promotion. We were building our first home. We had just found out we were having another baby. Life was great, except for the pain. I was pregnant with our second child, and I started to have this extreme pain down my left leg. And it was weird because when I was pregnant with Sarah Rose, I had no pain, no aches. I loved being pregnant. I just knew there was something wasn't right. I was going to my monthly prenatal exams, and I was talking to the doctor about the pain going down my leg, and he kept reassuring me that there was nothing to worry about. There was a baby sitting on the sciatic nerve, that once Jake grew and shifted, or if, once the baby was delivered, the pain would go away. It's very common in pregnant women, nothing to worry about. And he told us that, show me a pregnant woman who's not in pain. But the pain got debilitating. I couldn't function anymore. I couldn't take care of Sarah Rose. I couldn't take care of Shaq, the house. I couldn't do anything. There was no over-the-counter medicine that took away the pain. We tried narcotics that did not pass the placenta. Still no relief. Finally, I was hospitalized and an MRI was done. After the MRI, we found out that there was actually a large mass attached to my sciatic nerve. It was cancer. The doctor came in and explained to us the severity of it, that the cancer was very aggressive, and we had to make the decision. His recommendation was that we terminate the pregnancy immediately and we start treatment. So Shaq and I had some discussions, and I asked him, Shaq, will you raise the children? And he said yes. And from that point on, we told the doctor we were going to decline the treatment and allow Jake to stay in the place that was best for him, which was the womb, and let him grow as long as he could grow. So,
the interesting thing about the cancer that Robin had, the doctors told us it was estrogen based, which means that as Robin's body was changing to create life, it was that very same chemical change in her body was killing her. And the best way for me to explain it is, if you've ever started a charcoal fire and you've got that charcoal lighter and you're squeezing the lighter fluid onto the charcoal, the type of cancer that Robin had was as if her body was squeezing the charcoal, the lighter fluid on her cancer, and her cancer is very, very aggressive. Ambulance 6, there's been a car crash. Please respond.
Copy.
Medic 6 is responding.
Cloud.
Go!
And I remember one day with the doctor, he called me in and he said, I've got some good news for you and I've got some bad news. I said, well, will you do me a favor and tell me the good news first? And he said, the good news is we're going to do surgery on your wife's cancer and remove the tumor, but because the pelvis bone is connected to the thigh bone, which is connected to the knee bone, she's going to lose her leg in the surgery. And I said to the doctor, I said, I wanted the good news first. And he said, that is the good news. He said, and I said, well, okay, then what's the bad news? And he said, the bad news is that she'll be dead in 6 months. And I went, all right. What would you recommend? Do you have a recommendation? And he said his recommendation was that we do not do the surgery because it's better for your wife's psyche if she dies a whole person And that's when my pilot background kicks in, and I have to kind of think of things logically at that point so that I can make an informed, decision. And we decided, not to do any surgery until Jake was born. And then that's when you were on the epidural, and
we just let Jake grow till he got stronger and to the point where he had to be delivered. And Jake was delivered 8 weeks premature. And
Ma'am, I'm here to help. My name is Jake.